So the first poem is, the first poem I wrote today. I mean, my yesterday, but yours today. It's very sad to hear about the passing away of Lee Maracle. So this poem and the next poem is about remembering, and the last one is about forgetting. So this is the first one. Remembering Lee on Remembrance Day, November 11th. I remember you, Lee. How can anyone forget you when everything about you is an enigma? Your thick silvery hair, the twinkle of genius in your eye. I'm sorry. Do you mind if I start again? I'll start again. I'm so sorry about this.
Archna, it's so emotional for you. Obviously, I was not aware of her passing, so I'm just. Would you like? Can you continue, or would you like to take?
No, I would like to continue. I mean, sharing this poem would mean so much to me.
Yes.
So if you just bear with me, I will start again.
Sure.
I remember you, Lee. How can anyone forget you when everything about you is an enigma? Your thick silvery hair, the twinkle of genius in your eye, your mere presence, and your laughter robust and uncanny, like the roar of Niagara Falls, the Canadian side, of course. Like the force of history's wisdom, come to teach us lessons through you. Looking at you, I know what the great matriarchs that led many of the great First Nations must have been like. Who would believe that I had the honor of meeting you after ages in Chandigarh, of all places, in 2017, when my tired and exiled soul embraced a piece of Turtle Island and knew peace for a while. I can still picture you south of Bloor and Spadina, smoking your cigarette, or playing great grandmother spirit in the workshop at First Nations House in celebration of Indigenous Day. O teller of stories, your stories have saved our souls. I want to confess that you saved mine too. By reading my 2-page life story, I emailed you on 11th November last year. Unable to contain it like the ancient mariner, I sent it to you for safekeeping in your large heart. 11th November, what an uncanny coincidence, I note. Lee, I know one day I'll meet you in my heaven, in that sacred third space beyond the accusations of cultural appropriation, in a no man's, no woman's, no person's land, a space ever present, where the great ancient turtle, both real and symbol, cavorts with Vishnu in his tortoise avatar, and we two, holding hands, soar above our beloved Mother Earth, watching the shape of things to come. My second poem is called Yashodhara. In the wife of Buddha, everyone has heard about Buddha, but very few know about the fact that Yashodhara too gained enlightenment. And I do not mean that metaphorically, she actually gained nirvana. Yashodhara, the world has forgotten you and remembers only the man who walked out on you and Rahul in the middle of the night to pursue his enlightenment. Sitting beneath the Bodhi tree, leaving you, his child, his home, he saw the light and achieved nirvana. And so we see the light as apart from the world, and man overcoming woman to walk the path in search of truth, as if woman were the source of untruth, distraction, temptation, illusion. Siddhartha's 1,000-petaled lotus bloomed atop his Sahasrar, connecting him to the universe, while you stayed put like a solitary lotus in the mud and mortar of home, roasting in the fire of your wifely longing for a man who was destined to be your divine counterpart, carrying on unflinchingly your mandate that made motherhood a divine path through which you too finally achieved nirvana, a nirvana no one talks about. Buddham sharanam gacchami. I take refuge in you, Buddha, but I take refuge in you too, Yashodhara. Yashodhara sharanam gacchami.